Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Miguel Mendez, Marketing Specialist here at Unravel Data. And before we get started, there are three housekeeping reminders that I would like to cover. The first is, throughout the webinar, please drop your questions into the question box, and we'll do our best to answer them live or respond via email if we're short on time. If you submit one of the top 10 questions during this event as ranked by one of our fantastic panelists, you'll earn some cool Unravel swag. Additionally, this webinar will be available instantly on demand to listen to at your leisure, so feel free to pause or replay as needed. And lastly, help us improve. Share your feedback on the session by rating this webinar, and let us know if there are any other topics you'd like to hear about. All right, that covers it. So with the reminders out of the way, the floor is all yours.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to this webinar, Transforming Analytics on the Cloud. Supercharge your data applications with Databricks, AWS, and Unravel. Hi, my name is Clinton Ford, VP of Product Marketing at Unravel, and I'm joined today by Lee Bergs, Global Manager, Partner Enablement at AWS, and Prajakta Kalmegh, Senior Product Manager at Unravel Data. Thank you for joining us as we share how you can leverage AWS training and certification, AWS Competency Partners, data observability, and CI/CD integration to achieve speed and scale with Databricks.
Hey, Clinton, thanks. Great to be with you this morning. How's everything with you?
Awesome. Thanks for joining us, Lee. And just a quick overview. Unravel enables data observability and FinOps for high-volume users of Databricks, Snowflake, BigQuery, and other modern data platforms. And using Unravel, organizations are achieving faster time to value from their data assets through performance and efficiency enabled by AI that is purpose-built for the Lakehouse and Data Cloud. All right, let's take a look at our agenda for today. So we'll be starting with an overview of Unravel, and then we'll dive into 5 tips to supercharge your data applications on the cloud. Then we'll talk about AWS partner training and certification, discuss the CI/CD integration for Databricks, and then wrap up with some Q&A. If you have any questions during the presentation, feel free to put them in the Q&A window, and we'll be happy to answer those as we go. So as we have met recently with customers and prospects, we're seeing that data and analytics has become critical as a success factor for organizations to either achieve new heights or suffer major setbacks. So what kinds of results are winners seeing? Nubank posted $1.9 billion in revenue, a new all-time record high, a 60% increase from last year, and a 5x increase in only 2 years. They grew 1 million accounts in Mexico in just 1 month and added 4.6 million total customers in Q2 of 2023. Nubank is positioned as the largest and fastest growing fintech banking platform globally. Netflix is one of the innovators that offers entertainment content using streaming video technology in exchange for a subscription fee and through a highly scalable platform. Over the years, their revenue, subscriptions, and stock price have been soaring for as long as we can remember. Their ad-based subscription tier just experienced 70% sequential growth in Q3. So what are the common traits of successful data companies? Well, first, talent. They have thousands of skilled and motivated engineers to build and automate their data pipelines, analytics, and AI. Second, time. They have spent years learning from mistakes and improving their processes. And number 3, money. They have leadership and investor backing to create new and differentiated capabilities. And if organizations don't have these things, it will take them a decade to build these things. So how are these innovative companies achieving success and transforming their industries? We'll take a look at Nubank, for example. They employ about 2,200 engineers, roughly 17% of their approximately total 13,000 employees. And Nubank has over 150 innovative engineering projects, and they spend a huge portion of their revenue on R&D. Nubank has over 800 contributors who have added 40,000 tables to their data pipelines. Now look at Netflix, also employs many engineers, 2,500 engineers, roughly 16% of their total 1,500 employees. And Netflix has over 200 open source engineering projects. Their algorithms save them a whopping $1 billion a year in value from customer retention. And Netflix schedules around 70,000 workflows and 500,000 jobs per day. And instead of setting hard limits on user costs, they decided to empower their data decision makers with as much cost transparency as possible. And not just data, but also cost-saving recommendations. This is how they scale and run like a well-oiled machine. So the scale and pace at which data is being leveraged for AI and machine learning is driving exponential consumption. As companies look to differentiate through generative AI, such as large language models or LLMs, demand for diverse and production-ready data pipelines is skyrocketing. Enterprises are finding that the only way to efficiently deliver cloud data analytics at that scale is to use AI. And over time, companies need a growing set of skills to support data consumption. While leading innovators started earlier and have large, highly skilled teams, given the pace of data growth, this is a problem organizations are looking to solve using modern technology. In order to run at this scale, they're realizing the need to use AI to make cloud data analytics affordable, scalable, and even possible. So last year, over $16 billion was wasted in cloud spend. You can have the biggest technology budget on the planet, but without expertise, you can never win. Having a large technology budget is insufficient to achieve success. Without expertise, the efficient utilization and implementation of technology are out of reach. Expertise also plays a crucial role in leveraging technology to its fullest potential, making informed decisions, solving complex problems as a team, and creating valuable innovation. AI is enabling greater efficiency than ever before. And now, with AI to automate routine tasks, enterprises are empowering their data teams to spend less time on routine and mundane tasks and more time innovating. So there are four major things that are creating friction and resistance for organizations as the demands of AI are getting higher and keeping data pipelines running is getting more complicated. First of all, data spending and forecasting is like a roller coaster. It's difficult to reliably predict and disrupts financial operations. Second, the pace of adding new data workloads is limited by budget and skilled resources available. It's like chaining an anchor to your race car. So budget and staff resource constraints slow cloud data adoption. Also, new AI models are exponentially increasing the scale of data volume and data pipeline complexity, thereby adding even more pressure to budget limitation issues. And the mean time to repair critical data applications is slow due to tech stack complexity and just the toilsome metadata correlation required, tying up your critical skilled data resources needed for faster innovation. So tackling these challenges helps organizations go faster and gain a competitive advantage. So what do you need to overcome these business challenges? Well, organizations really need visibility for cost allocation, chargeback, and accurately predicting spending at the job and user level, AI-powered insights to run more data workloads within existing budgets, and automation to help launch new data applications faster and reliably achieve SLAs. So Unravel helps organizations with visibility, insights, and automation, providing deep, granular visibility, leveraging an AI-powered insights engine to augment their decisions, and automation to simplify and accelerate the pace at which you can react to changes in your environment. With Unravel, organizations are achieving their goals of launching new applications faster, running 50% more data workloads at the same budget, launching new data applications 3 times faster, accurately predicting spending for cloud data analytics to within plus or minus 10%, and reliably hitting 99% plus of SLAs. So for example, DBS Bank had exponentially grown their data platform in 5 years by almost 100x. They had no mechanism to catch code deficiencies or how to improve. With Unravel, they enable tens of thousands of ML models and over 40,000 data jobs. Developers use Unravel to evaluate code before it goes into production. Another example, Novartis is one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the world. They're using Unravel to achieve their SLAs for mission-critical Databricks jobs. They found tens of thousands of jobs that could be optimized to increase performance and efficiency. Johnson & Johnson is a multinational corporation that develops medical devices, pharmaceuticals, and consumer packaged goods. They had poor resource utilization, troubleshooting was complex, and the team was missing SLAs. Using Unravel's purpose-built AI, developers were able to diagnose and optimize their data jobs. And Maersk integrated Unravel into the CI/CD process to proactively prevent problems before they surface in production, lowering the cost of support while also improving the code quality and accelerating the pace of new data application launches. So what are the advantages of purpose-built AI for your lakehouse and data cloud? Well, first, you get the granular visibility you need to allocate costs and deliver showback and chargeback reports in real time. You can accelerate data application deployment with AI trained for your specific data platform. And you can achieve predictable spending with automated guardrails. Unravel's purpose-built AI is built from the ground up for each cloud data platform and ecosystem, with unique models built specifically for each data platform, for Databricks, for BigQuery, for Snowflake, for EMR, for Cloudera, all trained to understand data, analytics, and FinOps specific use cases, and to understand and integrate those best practices. The AI learning extends to supporting infrastructure, the surrounding tech stacks, and the data pipelines. Unravel is the most proven data observability and FinOps platform. We're a FinOps Foundation member, named the best data tool and platform of 2023 as part of the annual SIIA CODI Awards, named to the Big Data 100 list for the 5th consecutive year and among the inaugural group of coolest data observability companies of 2023, and named by Gartner as a sample vendor for both data observability and augmented FinOps. So with Unravel, now you can leverage the power of purpose-built AI to do even more and faster. All right, let's discuss 5 tips to supercharge your data applications. So here are a few tips. First of all, enhance your team's expertise with AI, purpose-built for Databricks. Number 2, take advantage of the value of the AWS Skill Builder free training and the subscription to accelerate business transformation, engage your teams their way, and boost performance and productivity. Number 3, create a custom cloud learning plan designed specifically to meet the needs of your data team. Number 4, find and work with AWS Data and Analytics Competency Partners who are trained and certified to help you deliver greater value for your business, increase agility, and maximize cloud efficiency. And 5th, empower your teams with Unravel CI/CD integration for Databricks. With that, I'm pleased to introduce you to Lee Bergs, Global Manager, Partner Enablement at AWS. Thank you for joining us, Lee.
Thanks, Clinton. It's a pleasure to be here. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Lee Bergs, Global Manager on the Partner Enablement team on the Training and Certification team within AWS. I'm so excited to be with you here today and talk about our newest on-demand way to learn on the cloud, Skill Builder subscription service. So first off, for those of you who are not familiar, AWS Training and Certification was created to help people learn and expand their cloud skills. So as cloud technologies continue to help organizations transform their businesses at a very rapid pace, employees with the necessary cloud skills are in high demand. One of the most effective ways your organization can close the skills gap is by educating and leveraging existing staff. So AWS Training and Certification offers the resources you need to develop your team, innovate in the cloud, and transform your organization. So as the world becomes increasingly digitized, the need for people with the right skills to take on cloud computing and other technical roles continues to grow. And the cloud computing industry will continue to be a steady source of new jobs for many years to come. As a result, companies have to keep skilling their employees to remain competitive. Plus, studies show that employees want to work for companies that are investing in their growth and development. We want to make it easy for anyone with a desire to learn about cloud computing to access the tools to make it happen. Whether they're totally new to the cloud computing industry or experienced professionals looking to advance their skills. So AWS training and certification delivers over 200% ROI over the past 3 years as quantified by a Forrester study by upskilling your existing workforce. This enables you to deliver on cloud projects faster, retain knowledgeable employees longer, and see payback in less than 6 months with a 63% increase in savings and benefits over the next 3 years. So you might be asking how, right? Building skills beats buying skills, right? As your organization avoids the cost of hiring externally by filling roles from within. Upskilled employees are more loyal and are more engaged with a higher sense of ownership. And they are able to deliver quicker than external hires because they already know your business. So, however, organizations do continue to face challenges, right? Let's talk about 4 of these key challenges. So training engagement. 36% of L&D professionals state increasing employee engagement in learning is a top 3 challenge. From a real-world application standpoint, 68% of learners say hands-on practice is a must-have. While cloud skills anticipation, 30% of IT decision makers say they haven't anticipated the skills their teams need. And from a validation of cloud skills standpoint, 94% of IT decision makers agree that certifications help to close the skills gap. AWS training and certification is uniquely suited to solving the challenges that organizations face when setting up their cloud training programs. Through deep expertise in the AWS cloud, training and certification understands what is needed to get started and what skills are required for a deeper dive. Through its own lab service, Training and Certification, or TNC, has created the foundation for development of creative, direct, and practical experience in live AWS environments without additional fees. With these advantages, TNC introduces a team subscription on Skill Builder for organizations that offer skills paths by role and solution, one-of-a-kind learning experiences, and direct risk-free practice in live AWS environments. So organizations will be able to gauge employee engagement levels of their training efforts. Learning administrators and managers with the Skill Builder team subscription can assign courses and learning plans to individuals or teams and report on their training progress. This is a really big benefit. Built-in reports cover course enrollment, they cover course progress, time spent learning, completion rates, and many other metrics. This Skill Builder team subscription helps organizations by providing self-paced labs, game-based learning, use case challenges, and exam preparation. The combination of skills paths, one-of-a-kind learning experiences, and direct practical experience in the AWS console will engage employees, keep them learning continuously, and help them apply their skills to their jobs. So let's dive quickly into each of these sections. With Skill Builder team subscription, organizations can build their cloud skills at scale. They can expand the reach of AWS education throughout their teams in a scalable, predictable, and cost-effective way through Skill Builder team subscription, digital learning resources. And then additionally, they can develop the skills teams need with access to over 600 self-paced courses and get the most out of your AWS cloud services. So you can select from one or more than 30 technical domains like machine learning, etc., and at the right skill level, right? Whether that's fundamental, intermediate, or advanced. Learners can also choose from over 50 learning plans. And these are a collection of courses, labs, and exam preparations that are carefully selected by AWS and designed to take the guesswork out of which training to select. From an AWS Builder Labs perspectives, what you can do is you can enable your teams to develop practical skills with over 125 guided, self-paced AWS Builder Labs that include interactive exercises with step-by-step instructions. So what learners can do is experiment and build in an AWS Management Console environment without the risk of added fees like we talked about. Customers love the hands-on practice, can experience, all week up and during our upcoming re:Invent. And then there's, what we classify as experimentation to innovation, right? So for step-by-step instructions, employees can take AWS Builder Labs to practice building common cloud scenarios in the AWS Management Console environment. So this combination of skills paths, one-of-a-kind learning experiences, and direct practical experience in the AWS console will engage employees, keep them learning continuously, and then help them apply their new skills to their jobs. So customers have shared that labs help them build and refresh their cloud service knowledge in an interactive way, and that configuring each step in the lab helps them better understand why each concept matters. Second to last here, AWS Cloud Quest. So this is designed for learners who are new to the AWS cloud to help them deepen their expertise, or if they're transitioning from a traditional IT role to a cloud-based job. So what learners can do is leverage interactive 3D virtual environments and simulations. Here within Cloud Quest, it presents real-world scenarios and offers hands-on practice in an AWS Management Console environment. So learners receive guidance to apply their knowledge and develop problem-solving cloud skills, and game-based elements to encourage continued engagement with training. So we have training capabilities in Cloud Quest that address customer requirements, such as helping with onboarding, customization of curriculum, and collaborative learning. So for teams, we also have special features like customized learning paths, leaderboards, groups, and guilds. Digital is growing, right? But not all learners want the same experience. Some want comprehensive, role-based, maybe a more immersive experience. Cloud Quest is set in a city that's under construction with challenges to progress and transform the city. It's definitely a new way to learn and very exciting. AWS Cloud Quest takes the guesswork out of employee skills development by providing predefined skills paths for 5 key roles. First, cloud practitioner, serverless developer, solution architects, security specialists, data analytics specialists, and a machine learning specialist. Furthermore, Cloud Quest is set in a 3D gaming environment like we talked about. It's fun and engaging for employees, helping them retain more of what they've learned. Customers have enjoyed getting an interactive experience and share that they found value in this learning approach. Each assignment teaches the material, then has players apply it so that they're learning, not just reiterating important cloud information. And last but not least here, for more game-based learning experience, we also have AWS Industry Quest. So Industry Quest helps learners explore AWS cloud use cases that are most common in your industry, right? To help learners and organizations build industry solutions in the AWS cloud. So for example, AWS Industry Quest Financial Services is the first of more industries to come. So what teams do is they learn to transform a virtual company into an industry leader, right? Building advanced solutions in a risk-free live AWS environment. So teams can unlock office upgrades, they can earn rewards and share accomplishments on social media with the selfie cam. So teams will then be able to apply their new skills to real world work. Customers have really found the game-based approach engaging and share that they enjoy getting experience building on their own inside the game. We also have AWS Jam events. These are really fun and interactive. They offer your teams a new way to develop expertise and collaborate and work together to solve open-ended challenges, fostering shared learning, creativity, and trust. So what teams do is they vie to win points for the top spot on a leaderboard by completing tasks for a variety of use cases in an AWS Management Console environment. AWS Jam Journeys, what they do is they provide learners with open-ended, real-world challenges and experiences to verify cloud skills mastery in an engaging way. So learners learn best in teams is what we found. Speed and quality is part of the learning process. Gamified challenges can help motivate the teams. And AWS Jam challenges over solutions across incident response, data analytics, compliance, AI, ML, and much more. Another learning innovation is team-based competition through AWS Jam. With AWS Jam, teams vie for the top spot on a leaderboard, like we talked about, winning points after completion of hands-on challenges within the AWS console. New domains and their corresponding challenges will rotate in after several months to keep the learning experience new and fresh and engaging. So let's talk a little bit about some of the certification exam preparation. This is common questions that we get from a lot of our learners and from a lot of our partners. So what AWS T&C does is provide employees with AWS certification exam focused preparation to gain confidence going into exam day, right? With enhanced exam prep courses, including practice materials, AWS Builder Labs. These provide hands-on application in an AWS Management Console environment, and AWS certification official practice exams that mirror the style, rigor, and scoring of the actual exam. So customers, both individuals and organizations, continue to value AWS certifications. New investments in exam prep courses and full-length practice exams will also be included. New exam labs and SysOps associate to allow individuals to demonstrate real skills. And team subscription provides comprehensive skills training with new full-length practice exams and new exam prep courses. So as developers of AWS certification exams, T&C is uniquely positioned to develop practice exams that come as close to the actual exams as possible. These practice exams come with thorough feedback for the overall question and answer choices. Some are scaled scores to simulate actual exam scores and qualify that mirror the actual certification exams. So exam prep courses are newly designed to help learners assess their state of preparation, right? Each digital exam prep course includes a review of technical content, lab exercises, practice questions, and full-length practice exams. So when talking to customers, we've seen that learners are excited about the opportunity to get access to AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner official practice exams to help them prepare for and achieve AWS certifications. With Skill Builder Team subscription, you can drive the cloud skills critical to your organization. So an administrative dashboard and these tools provide visibility into skills progress across your teams in real time. Organizations can drive and track training adoption across their workforce to ensure development of the relevant skills they need to achieve desired business and growth outcomes. So in summary, there are a lot of reasons to subscribe to AWS Skill Builder Team subscription. Here are the 3 summarizing key takeaways from today. First, Skill Builder offers organizations and learners a way to accelerate their cloud transformation. So this helps promote cloud adoption and deployment with anywhere, anytime access to one-of-a-kind digital training built by AWS experts. When top-performing businesses invest in comprehensive cloud training, they saw almost 22% more on-time cloud project completion rates. Number 2, Skill Builder allows for better team engagement. So you can give your team a unique way to engage in training with AWS CloudQuest, as example. CloudQuest is a patent-pending role-based game where players complete learning exercises that visually transform a city landscape while applying AWS technology concepts. You can promote shared learning and encourage these hands-on experiences with the AWS labs that we talked about. And third, Skill Builder boosts performance and productivity. So you can help teams achieve their goals by developing expertise in key roles and areas. You can help your teams build problem-solving skills. And in fact, we saw 90% of IT leaders at organizations with AWS certified staff say that that staff increased their productivity because of, in a contributing way, because of the AWS certifications. So today's call to action, we invite you, right, as your call to action today, to learn more about Skill Builder. Watch the demo and request a Skill Builder consultation. We'll provide this link in the chat for you to learn more. All right, thank you for your participation today, and back to you, Clinton.
Thank you so much, Lee. Amazing presentation, and we're so glad for you being here today. It looks like we've had a number of questions come in during your presentation. So let's just take a moment to go through some of those. Oh, so here's a question that came in, Lee. What is included in the free digital training?
Yeah, absolutely. So our free digital training gives you access to more than 600 on-demand courses in over 17 languages.
Oh, that's impressive. Okay, now there's another question in here about the learning plans. So they're asking, what is a learning plan?
Absolutely, we get this question a lot. So learning plans are a subset of ramp-up guides. So learning plans are a recommended collection of basically digital courses that are focused on a specific domain or job role. Each learning plan progresses a learner through a series of increasingly challenges and courses to aid them in becoming subject matter experts in that domain or job role. So what learners can do is enroll in the learning plan and then track their progress towards the completion of that plan. I've seen learners also skip around if they don't wish to take the courses in the given sequence. And then if you have a subscription, self-paced labs will also be included in your learning plan.
Very nice. So one question that came in, Lee, was why should an organization use an AWS Skill Builder team subscription? What do they get, or what's different there?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. And so with AWS Skill Builder team subscription, individuals and teams gain access to a broad portfolio of learning experiences that are all assignable and trackable from a self-service dashboard. Those that have subscriptions can gain hands-on experience with real AWS services through access to AWS Builder Labs, for example. They can learn role-specific skills through AWS Cloud Quest. Teams can challenge themselves to solve practical problems and work together with AWS Jam. And they can build industry expertise with AWS Industry Quest, which is that interactive training game that teaches solutions for common use cases within your industry. So what we found, organizations looking to grow their ranks of certified individuals gain the benefits of exam preparation courses and practice exams for AWS certifications. And these features really help you upskill your workforce faster and track their progress in a self-service way.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Lee. It's now my pleasure to introduce Prajakta to provide an overview of Unravel's CI/CD integration for Databricks. Great to have you with us, Prajakta.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. We will be talking about Unravel Assistant, which helps the developers reduce their time to act on the Unravel insights through our latest CI/CD integration with Databricks. So before we jump into how we generate these insights into the hands of the developers, let's look into some of the motivations for Unravel to get into this space. So when we interacted with a lot of our customers, we realized that the problems that customers face have a very common ground. For example, can Unravel help us not only just identify what are the problems, but help us arrest the problems before they go into production? At another customer, we heard issues like, we are the platform team and we are struggling to make the data governance engineering team to actually act on the insights. And finally, issues like, our developers actually don't understand how these recommendations are going to help them save the costs. How do I bring about a more cost-conscious culture within the organization? So with these motivations, we started looking at how the platform teams, the product owners, and other stakeholders use the Unravel insights generated today. So this is how the insights are being displayed into the Unravel tool. Unravel does a really good job in identifying what are the bottlenecks, why are the queries running slow, what are the core issues that are basically leading to some failures, what are the various ways in which we can save the cost, right? And all these issues can be seen into the analysis page once you look at all the inefficient jobs and look for recommendations into making your queries efficient and faster. The problem that the platform teams and other people who look at these insights today face is that they have a last mile problem from going from detection of the issue to working or acting upon the issue. How do I get my developers to fix this? And by when can they fix it for me? Now, before we look into how Unravel Assistant helps the developers to fix the issues before they happen, let's do a quick review of the CI/CD, or the continuous integration and continuous development process of the software development lifecycle. So in this process, developers basically write some piece of code, they commit the code, they build a bunch of unit tests, integration tests, take the code through that drill, and submit it for review. Right? They submit a pull request that is then reviewed by experts or peers that qualify whether this particular pull request is ready to go into the production environment or not. So this presents a unique challenge as well as an opportunity for us, where these frequent feedback to the developers done by typically the peers or project managers has to go through some kind of version quality and performance control. And typically the results of this are conveyed via email or Slack or ITSM tickets that are created to track how well the quality of the code is. So why should you use Unravel Assistant? So Unravel Assistant aims to solve 3 key use cases, one of them being enhancing the operational excellence for your teams, creating a cost-conscious culture within the organization, especially in the developers, and then also promoting accountability for either acting up or ignoring the insights that Unravel has generated, and creating more transparency for the developers in terms of understanding how their changes to the workloads or their queries actually impact into the production environment. What does Unravel Assistant offer? So apart from allowing an early detection of the potential performance problems that the queries or the bad apps or the rogue apps are going to face in production, Unravel Assistant also enables prioritization of these actions based on how we suggest the cost impact for each of these insights. It also enables the DevOps teams and the leads to force or encourage their teams to proactively take action, which can avoid the bottlenecks, anomalies, and failures in production environment. Now let's take a look at how Unravel Assistant actually does it. So we align with the DevOps goals of, let's release faster and do a better job in our releases by integrations with DevOps tools, where we have already integrated and deployed this at multiple customers with our GitHub and Azure DevOps integrations. And we are soon going to test it out with the Bitbucket integrations. We integrate with notification tools like Slack and Teams, and have the ITSM tools integrations like ServiceNow on the roadmap as well. And finally, to create more accountability, we actually automatically raise the Jira tickets so that the release managers can take a look at what are the latest issues that are pending, where the developers have not acted upon the insights generated by Unravel, allowing for better traceability. Now let's take a look at how Unravel Assistant kind of drives operational excellence at the firm. So the goal here has been, how do we enable your team to reduce their time to detect issues with AI-generated insights, and then how to reduce the time to review these insights, where Unravel Assistant kind of acts as a reviewer, an AI-powered reviewer, that lets your teams know what are the issues, not just in their code, but how that code is going to impact in the production environment in terms of the performance and the cost. So the process here is the developer basically makes code changes and commits them. They raise a PR request, right? And they can also link certain benchmarking runs to this PR request, which will enable them to say that, hey, I saw that this issue actually did not occur in the development environment, but it occurred in the production environment. So let me benchmark against both the dev and the production runs and see what was the problem, what were the differences, what were the estimated cost savings or performance savings that I can achieve when I compare these two runs, right? And finally, Unravel Assistant kind of renders these crucial code inefficiencies and performance issues within the PR page itself, where the developers can scan through each of these insights and determine which one of them they should act right away. Unravel Assistant also helps foster a cost-conscious culture, because these insights, which tell the developers not just the estimated savings they would have in terms of making this change, but also when they make a particular configuration change or a resource allocation change, what is the utilization impact it is going to have. Unravel Assistant helps the DevOps people to look at these cost impact changes and help them prioritize and tell their development teams that these are the key insights that you should act upon. Otherwise, we are going to have so much so and so dollar cost in production environment. It drives accountability further by reducing the time to act, because we create the JIRAs automatically. Whenever the developer fails to act on an insight, the release manager would know that these are the pending JIRAs which have not been acted upon, and they can put it on the release roadmap. It helps reduce the time to notify, because our agenda here has been to meet the developers where they are. So Unravel Assistant creates the notifications into the Slack channels, into the teams where the developers are actually expecting these updates. And once they get the insights about, like, so-and-so issues were raised by Unravel for the code changes they made, they can click on the Jira ticket right from the notification, or go and browse the PR request where all the insights are consolidated and give them more actionable items. Now let's do a quick demo on how Unravel's Assistant actually works. So what you see here is a repository. Let's say I'm a developer and my data engineering governance lead had a conversation with the FinOps practitioner at the firm, who told them that Unravel product has been giving them a lot of insights on these are the repositories, these are the code bases which are having problems. And this one particular job that I'm looking at is failing over and over and is causing problems. Is there something that you can do about it? So the developer comes, opens the file, looks at the job, and let's say they decide to make certain edits to it. So they scroll down. Let's make a small change here. And let's commit the changes. Let's say I create a new branch and propose the changes. And now, if you look at this, the Unravel Assistant is sitting here, ready to review the code changes. And in the description, we have an option to actually add some of the baseline or benchmark runs. Now, let's say I have two benchmark runs that I have looked at in the past and see that they are a good fit for me to compare and generate insights and see how my latest change compares and to these two runs and what impact it will have if I make this change. So I create a pull request. So we utilize something called as GitHub workflows. So the workflow is basically created. And if you click on details here, you can see that it's running behind the scenes. And Unravel client, basically the configurations, pull up the data. We query the Unravel APIs for pulling up all the insights. And once you go back to the PR request here, you will see that a couple of insights were generated for this the change that we made, right? So let's expand into each of them. So when you click on the new insight that was created in the GitHub PR page, you will see that Unravel basically pulls up the app runs for which the insight was created, the cluster on which it was run, the estimated cost of savings if I make this change, right? And then it also pulls up all the inefficiencies in the code, saying that if you downsize these instances, it can save you up to 0.82 cents here, right? And it also gives you recommendations by how much savings you can get compared to other options or alternatives. It may be possible that you, for various reasons, you cannot downsize to this particular instance and you still have options or alternatives shown, in which case you know exactly what would be the savings and the savings percentage as well, right? Now let's look at another example. Let me collapse this one and open up this one. So now this particular benchmark run, I see that, compared to the dev environment, actually my estimated cost savings would be slightly higher. And when I look at the insights, it gives exact recommendations on what instance type to be chosen here, right? And it also gives more code changes level insights where the insight tells you that the time spent on the driver is only 99% of the total application time. So you can ask the developers to revisit their application code and see why is it a very driver heavy code, right? In addition to these, Unravel also generates some static code analysis insights, giving the developers recommendations into some of the other inefficiencies into the code. For example, here, the change that we made, Unravel points out that instead of using collect, you need to use an alternative option to make your code more efficient. So in addition to this, so the insights are actually generated into the Slack environment as well, where the notification will be received in a channel that the customer, the developer will see what exactly happened. So let me pull up the Slack channel real quick here. So this is the Slack channel in which the notification was received. The developer gets to see the PR request as well as the Jira that was being raised. When they click on the Jira, let's say the release manager comes the next day and sees there are some open Jiras related to this particular project, which is the CI/CD project. And their teams, they can see exactly the nature of insights and a summary of actions that their teams need to act on. In addition to that, the Jiras are basically linked with the PR request here, and the developers can come back anytime, look at the notifications, and come and act upon it. So coming back, Unravel Assistant basically helps your teams move one step closer to actionability from observability. The way these insights are generated into the inbox or the PR for the developers, it helps force multiply the actionability across the organization, where the DevOps lead can finally know which developers need to correct the codes for which they have been seeing all these insights on the Unravel code product. It also drives actionability a little further, because looking at the cost associated with each insight that is generated in the PR, the developers and the DevOps leads can actually prioritize amongst all these various insights that are generated, that, hey, this is going to cost me $1 value, and the other one is going to cost me $1 value. So let me prioritize the latter, right? And the way that we have supported this insights into our GitHub workflows, we enable the customers to customize how to see those insights, which one of them they want to turn on and off, and so on, right? So let's use Unravel Assistant together and see how it basically helps your teams with operational excellence, creating a cost-conscious culture, and drive accountability and create more transparency. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Prajakta. And to each of you attending today, thank you for your questions throughout the presentation. Let's take a few minutes to answer as many questions as we can. So Prajakta, here's a question that came in for you. So which DevOps CI/CD platforms does Unravel support?
Sure, of course. So currently Unravel is supporting integrations with CI/CD tools like Azure DevOps and GitHub. And we are also rolling out an integration with Bitbucket very soon.
Excellent. Okay, thank you so much, Prajakta. Here's another question that came in. What are the main reasons that you're seeing developers adopt this CI/CD integration? Prajakta, maybe you can take that one.
So the main reasons that you are seeing developers adopt the CI/CD integration is primarily because they really want to catch the issues early on, like arrest the problems before they start causing fire in production. The platform owners, the DevOps teams want their developers to proactively take action to mitigate issues before they happen. And the final motivation is for them to have a cost consciousness culture for cost and performance awareness, so that they can shift the data cost left in the whole actionability horizon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prajakta. And thanks to each of you for attending with us today. We're so pleased to have you with us, and we're looking forward to connecting with many of you at the AWS reInvent event that will be happening in Las Vegas, November 27th through December 1st. You should receive an invitation to our invite-only event. If not, please reach out to us at hello@unraveldata.com so that we can connect with you there at reInvent. Looking forward to seeing you. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'll see you soon.